USAA, Liberty Mutual, Erie, and even Chubb. These four insurance carriers are all responsible for one of the most unethical business practices the claims industry may have ever seen. Some would even call it insurance fraud, but our lawyers were very clear I was not allowed to do that. Let's take a look at how they are weaponizing the platform Symbility to underpay claims and protect investments. Now, if you have ever written an estimate inside of Symbility, you know that it's a piece of shit, sure, but the dollar amounts are generally speaking 30% lower than those written in Xactimate. Why is this? Now, I never really thought to make the link between Symbility or, CoreLogic, Cotality. Whoever came up with that name should be fired on the spot. I never really thought to make the link between them and how they could be protecting insurers. I mean, we all just kind of assumed that they are. That wasn't until I was pushed to do so. You see, a year ago, I spoke at the Alacrity conference, and right before my panel, I sat through an Erie presentation in which I asked a reasonable question. Can they speak to the mandated use of Symbility that has recently come up within the TPAs? The best way I can describe their response to me was that of petulant children having toys taken away from them. They lost their minds. The CoreLogic executives stood up. You're not using assemblies? Like, lady, I don't know what the fucking assembly is. Please sit down. Came up to me after the meeting, flipping my name tag around. Who are you? Where do you work? It was crazy. It's like, y'all are acting guilty. I just don't know of what yet. So when I got done, I went to the Google machine, and turns out they were acting guilty because they were. You see, in 2021, CoreLogic was acquired by two massive hedge funds, Insight Partners and Stone Point Capital. These guys have some investments in the property and casualty insurance space that probably pass a couple $100 million in claims volume out every single year. Now, what they're doing then is buying Symbility to protect those investments. The less they pay out in claims, well, the more they get to keep, the more billions of dollars they get to keep. By the way, this is Stone Point Capital's website because that's who they are. When CoreLogic can sit there and control the pricing engine that these insurers are then using to underpay claims, that's called price fixing. And I don't know if you know this, but they were second fiddle to Xactimate for like 25 years. Like, no one wrote in Symbility up until these two hedge funds purchased them. It was not even close, actually. So when we look to this rush to Symbility, it's like, oh, is it because it's this great software, this great estimating tool that carriers must have? It's like, oh my God, no, it's the worst thing you've ever seen. And yet, for some reason, it's mandated across the board at all these carriers all of a sudden. That is called price fixing. The governing bodies that overlook this industry need to take a serious look at this, because RealPage actually just had something very similar in which they were using this method to basically defraud rental properties in favor of landlords, and the DOJ came down heavy on them. If you are on a TPA, now has never been a better time to get off of one. Take control of your own work, because in good conscience, you cannot continue to write an estimate in this platform and hand it over to a policyholder. They're not being indemnified and you're taking part in it. But I put money on this right now. These TPAs will not be around in 5 years. This is the kind of actions and behaviors of companies that are flailing and trying to stay alive. I can promise you that in the next 5, maybe 10, but I'm going to say 5, the TPA model will die. And the only way we can guarantee it is if restorers get off of them, and get off of them for good. I get they keep you fed. I get they keep working the door. But we have to look at the morality of this and say, can we continue to do this work in good faith if we're writing estimates in a platform that is underpaying claims for the sake of billionaires?